So the next thing we're going to look at is differences in line types. So we're going to open up our existing drawing. If you've already got it open, you can just keep working, but I want to show you the open command. So File, Open, find the folder. It's mine's under the C drive, AutoCAD Projects. I'm going to open this up, and then I'm going to save this as, we'll call it Step 2. We'll just append that to the end, just so we have two different file names here. I'm going to pan over to give myself a little bit of room, and then I'm going to start working on the first of these orthogonal drawings that has different line types. So it's got continuous lines for visible features, and then hidden lines for objects that are below the surface that we want to show that wouldn't appear in our field of view. So again, we're going to be doing a lot with lines, and I'm going to go back to my drafting settings just to make sure things are still set. So I'm going to turn off these again, make sure they're off, go to Objects, go to Snap and Grid, turn Snap on, Grid on, 1, 1, 1, 1, and it's a grid snap. And then we're just going to use the line command. So I'm going to get used to using commands just by typing them in, L, Enter, and we're going to trace along these grids here. And then hit Escape again to get out of a command, space to get back in it. And we'll draw the front view, which has all continuous lines, hit space, draw the side view. And for now, what I'm going to do is draw the hidden lines as solid lines, and we'll come back and look at them a little bit later. And then the top view, we're just clicking from point to point here. Escape, space, escape, space, escape, space. Okay, so now we've got our orthogonal views. The only thing that we need to change are the line types. So I'm going to expand my AutoCAD window here. And the first thing I'm going to do is talk about selections. So I want to select these lines. You can left click on them and you'll see you get these little blue dots and sort of a highlighted shading here. If you want to cancel a selection, you can just hit Escape. You can also use a window selection, which is going to be quite helpful in different circumstances. So to do a window selection, make sure you're out of any command by hitting Escape, and then left click once, and then you can drag a window. And if you drag from right to left, you get a green window, and anything that touches the green window is actually selected. Up top, I'm going to click again and go left to right, and you get a blue window. And the only things that are selected for a blue window is anything completely encased inside of there. So I've got my three lines that need to be hidden. The first thing I'm going to do is right click, go to Properties, and you see it says that I've got three of my lines selected. And there's a bunch of properties, and we'll get into these in a little bit. The one I want to change is this color. So instead of by layer, I'm going to make it red, just so that those lines are distinguished from the others. In order to get different line types, I need to load them into my current drawing. So under the Home tab, if you go over to Properties, and down here is the line type, we want to go to this Other option. You can see in Civil 3D it actually brought in some of these line types as well. We can try this hidden one, but we'll come back to this. So if you click on Other, you can load these up, and there's a whole list of them. The one we're looking for is hidden, so we'll try that one and see if it works for us. So hit OK. Hit Cancel actually, because we didn't add any new ones, and Cancel. So what I would like to do again is select these three lines that are red in any way you want. Go to Properties, and then under Line Type, we want to look for our hidden lines. And you can see that it applied that change. If I turn off my grid, you can actually see the status icon down here. It becomes a little more apparent that those are dashed lines. Now the grid is just the visual overlay. You'll still see the snapping behavior even without the grid turned on. But you can clearly see we've got hidden lines now and we've got solid lines.